Well, we've been touched by addiction with the loss of my son, Mark, about 4 years ago. He was 32 years old, and we've actually been going through the nightmare of addiction probably for about 15 years. Both of my sons started, I guess both, using and dealing drugs to support their habit, probably from the time they were 15 years old, all through their 20s, and just going through the roller coaster ride of detox facilities and rehab facilities and the law enforcement problems. My son ODing probably at least 4 times and flatlining. So the disease has hit our family pretty bad. I think you start realizing by their behavior, their grades in school start diminishing. They were both in sports, so after a while there's disinterest in sports, there's disinterest in homework, and you tell by their behavior not having any ambition to do anything, get a job, and that's really the start of it. And those are the signs that a parent should look for in the beginning. I remember my sons living with me, and at nighttime their friends or dealers that they were dealing with would sneak around the back of the house, and they would do drug deals through the back bedroom window. And I would catch them, chase the kids away, and then it got to the point where I was actually taking 10-penny nails and nailing the windows shut. So they turn you into somebody that you're totally not. They control your life, and you have to just say, stop, enough. So the advice that I would give is don't enable. And if your child doesn't want the help, there's no way you're going to convince them to get that help. And many times with tough love, they do get clean. And I think that's what happened with my youngest son. Once I turned him away, he said, "Dad, there was no way that I was going to be able to continue on the way that I was. I knew you were no longer in my life, so I had no choice. I had to get clean." And my message to him was, basically, you're not my son anymore, and that's the tough love after 15 years of, and that's hard to say as a parent. You don't really mean it, but you have to say that. I'm changing the locks, I turn my back on you, and that's where it is. If you want my help again or my support, come back to me in 6 months after you've been clean, and we'll talk and I'll help you. If you want to help you, I'll help you. My one son has been clean now for 9 years. He's been in recovery, and he's doing fantastic. He has a job, a career, a home, a family, and he continues down that track of recovery, and he's doing very well, and we're very proud of him. And when we first started Hope Sheds Light, one of the reasons for starting it after my son's death was to create a website with resources, with detox, with grief counselors, with professionals that you can go to, so that you had a list of resources at your fingertips, which we didn't have. So we had to do it the hard way. Today, there are a lot more resources, not only with not-for-profits like us, there are a few, but the county and even the state have some additional resources that we didn't have 10 years ago. But we have plenty of hope stories, and a lot of them do speak at our Hope Walk in October. And they'll tell their own stories. If you go on our website, you'll see some of those positive stories as well. So we've helped a lot of people, and in addition to the addict, we've helped a lot of family members. And Hope Sheds Light now has family meetings. We started 1 per month. Now they're going to 2 meetings per month. And the first meeting that we had, 85 people showed up. So that goes to show you the demand for families and the assistance and the help that the families do need, because families tend to enable. You can't help it. I enabled for 15 years. And when you love your child, you're going to enable. So what we try to do is maybe give you some shortcuts and try to teach you how not to do that. And we are making a difference in the community. I see it. We're starting to bring in a lot of professionals now, the community with town hall meetings, the county, the prosecutor, law enforcement. We have help from partnerships that we've created, the Grennan Foundation and other coalitions that we're working together with to try to, stop this, or as far as the prevention side of it, and the education and the awareness. Those are the things that we focus on: education, awareness, resources, and family support.